Hi everyone, this is Amy Glassett with LuLaRoe, Amy Glassett, and today I kind of wanted to make a video about what I am planning to do for time management. As I've stated in previous videos, I joined the LuLaRoe queue on October 8th of 2016, and I will be getting my call around February 17th, hopefully on that day or sooner. If I call them and let them know that I'm ready to onboard. And so I kind of wanted to make this video kind of for me for a reference that I can go back and look to see if I'm actually following my time management that I've set forth. Oh my gosh. Don't you love it when like your kids are laying on your hair and it just hurts? So when I onboard, my husband actually has taken the following 2 weeks completely off of work. So my husband has the last week of February and the first week of March completely off. And that's so I can spend that time in my LuLaRoe space in our house and be taking photos of my initial inventory and just getting everything set up and ready for my launch week. I'm going to have kind of not a full week-long launch, but it's going to be 4 straight days of launching. I'm going to start with an open house here where I live, and then I'm going to be doing a Periscope launch the following 2 days, and then I'll be doing my Facebook launch. And so it's 4 straight days of launching, and hopefully I have enough inventory to get me through those 4 days of launching. But then after those 2 weeks, those crazy 2 weeks that I'm pretty much saying, yeah, I'm not going to be following any sort of time management skills. I'm sure every day during those weeks, especially as soon as I get my inventory, it's going to be LuLaRoe all the time. I'll come out to play with my kids every once in a while, and I'll come out to eat and maybe even sleep. But it's going to be LuLaRoe 24/7 pretty much for that time period, so I can get everything ready to launch. Because I want it to be a big launch. I really want it to be a memorable launch for my family. I sent my kids to their room to play while I'm making this video because I actually was starting to record it before and it was bad, you guys. But after those initial 2 weeks, and after that kind of the dust settles, is when I really want to get into my time management.
Oh my God.
Yep, I think Daddy just came out of his room.
Yeah.
I really want to get into my time management strategy that I have come up with. Because not only am I going to be selling LuLaRoe, I'm a mother to 3 very active boys. And I am also a full-time student. I'm studying special education at an online university, so I don't have to necessarily leave my house very often for school, but I do have obligations with school to make sure I'm getting that stuff done. And I have obligations with my kids. Like I volunteer in my son's class once a week. My son who's in 1st grade, and he has therapy every once in a while. So I have obligations that I have to fulfill. And so my plan, and I really strongly encourage anyone who's in the queue to come up with a plan before you get your inventory. Because if you have that game plan beforehand, then, and if you I'm going to start implementing this game plan here in the next couple weeks so that I'm already accustomed to it. So that when the dust settles and I'm able to go back to this, it'll feel like second nature to myself. So, and it's going to be a completely different schedule than what I'm used to right now. So what I am planning on doing is focusing my morning hours, usually when my middle son is at preschool, and he goes to preschool 4 days a week. Usually I spend that just sitting and snuggling with my 2-year-old, which I absolutely love, because I just love the snuggle time. But I'm going to start using those like 3 hours to focus on my schooling. Like really dive in and get it done. Which usually I do that at nighttime after all my kids are in bed asleep. And that's just not going to work anymore. And so I had to find a way to move it. And that's kind of the place where I found I can place it. Is when my middle son is at school, I can do my schoolwork. And then, family time would definitely be, from when my oldest son gets home from school, so around 3:30 to when they go to bed, which is usually between 6:30 and 7 that they go to bed. So that chunk of time, no homework, no LuLaRoe, no nothing. That's going to be set aside for me helping my son do homework, for me getting dinner ready, for me, that's my family time during the week. In the afternoons when my son is taking a nap, my 2-year-old is taking a nap, and it's quiet time. So in between that morning preschool time and when my oldest son gets home from school, that middle section, I want to focus on kind of fluctuate it, have that be my flex time. So I could either have that time be used for more schoolwork if I need to get that done, or a few days a week I can be checking my email and responding to emails and stuff like that. I could use that time for shipping if I need that time set aside to be shipping products. So that middle section time, pretty much from noon to about 2:30-ish, is going to be flex time, where I get done what I need to get done. So I'm going to go straight from, schoolwork, lunch, flex time to where I really gauge what needs to happen that day and get it done, to family time and dinner time. And then from 7 p.m. until probably close to 11 o'clock, so that 4-hour chunk of time, it's going to be hit the ground running with LuLaRoe. So if I'm doing a Periscope sale, that's the time I'll be getting on to do Periscope. That's the time I will, and I don't plan on Periscoping past like 10 o'clock usually, my time, so I can spend that time from 10 to 11 invoicing so I can actually get some sleep. Because I know a lot of people, they get so excited that they're going, and they forget sleep. They forget that they need their sleep because they're invoicing, and they're going to bed around 3 or 4 in the morning and having to get up with their kids in just a few hours after that. And I can't do that. I need my sleep, because I'll get sick and stressed and it won't work. It won't. So I'm planning to be done with work every night by 11 o'clock. Like, I need to cut it off. And this is going to be my schedule Monday through Friday, pretty much. My middle son doesn't have school on Fridays, but I can still manage to get some schoolwork done Friday mornings probably. Saturdays are going to be, I don't want to be doing homework Saturdays, so I want to spend, the morning, early afternoon with my kids and just do evening work for LuLaRoe. So, and Sundays, nothing at all. And I actually already have a schedule in place for my first month of what I want my parties to look like. Give me a second and I'll actually show you what that looks like. Okay, so this is actually how I have my month of March scheduled, and you can find this in assets of the LuLaRoe back office. You can find this calendar, and it's a 2017 calendar, and I have filled in my month of March. So as you can see, March 1st is going to be an in-home launch, Thursday, Friday, Periscope launch, Saturday, Facebook launch. Sundays, I have nothing booked Sundays because I'm doing nothing on Sundays. And all Mondays are going to be Facebook albums. On Tuesdays, Periscope sales. Wednesdays are going to be multi-consultant sales. Thursdays, Periscope sales again. Fridays is when I want to be doing hostess parties, and that could be in-home, that could be online. And I'm willing to do hostess parties any day of the week, but I want to try to focus them on Fridays so that I can keep kind of a schedule going. And then Saturdays are going to be Periscope. I actually have something I need to add right here. I'm doing a multi-consultant sale that day as well, a multi-vendor event that day. But you can make a calendar of what you want to get done in the month, and it doesn't have to be as full as mine, because time management, like, this is going to be hard to do. But with the goals I have, it's going to be completely worth it. Let me see if I can find how to turn off the recording. So just to conclude this video, because I feel like I was kind of all over the place now in this video, and I'm so sorry for that. Come up with a schedule, one that will fit your needs. And because if you don't have kids, I mean, and you might have a full-time job, so you won't be able to do things in the morning for LuLaRoe or in the afternoon, and everything will have to be at night. You might not be able to fill your schedule as full as I did, which, that's ambitious. That's, like, seriously, that's really, really ambitious of what I'm doing, and I might have to cancel some of those things because it's ambitious. But do what you need to do to make it your business, and just come up with a plan. I think that's the first step. Come up with a plan, because a plan can always be adjusted if it needs to be. But come up with a plan so that when you onboard, you're not, like, dying because you are swamped in LuLaRoe and you have no idea what to do, and then you're getting stressed and you're not thinking that you made the right choice and stuff like that, because more than likely you absolutely made the right choice to join LuLaRoe, but you don't know how to manage your time very well. So just work on that and get up and get to getting with getting that time management and that plan in place before you onboard. So that's really all I wanted to say today. I'm going to let my kids come back into the room now, and I will see you guys later. Bye.